Meister Gaming versus SuperJymy. We saw SuperJymy choke a big lead earlier on Mirage. We saw, well, it was a bit of a shambles of a game, Evan. We don't need to talk about it. Hopefully they can come back in strong fighting now. Stifmeister, a team making it up from Maine as well, the UK team. So that's nice to see. And they are currently sitting near the bottom of the board, but hoping to get their first win on the board here and now on Inferno.
Yeah, most definitely. That SuperJymy match, we'll leave it in the past here. And we'll check out this match where we have the UK side facing off against the Finnish side and a B rush.
Yeah, pistols out, Glocks everywhere for SuperJymy. Quick shot through the smoke from Boner. That's a great shot. Astro dead. Nothing he can say about that frag. So now Stifmeister left to rotate back on in into a 5-on-4. No utility left for this T side to hold on to the post plant, but Stifmeister, they've got a smoke and they've got a kid on Cray. So they should be good if they just get back into the site soon. Frey looking to move his way in through the coffins. There's going to be one player coming up from Banana as well, but a double bait setup here from SuperJymy. Will the corner be checked? It will be Link. He's going to be ready. He lands both headshots. That's big. They may be able to pick up this retake afterwards, but there's still time is ticking away. Cray another frag and back into a 2-on-2. Boner and Aerial don't need to fight, but Link is forcing the kill. Is onto the bomb for Cray. He's sticking it, but a knife should seal the deal. Aerial saves it. But it gets damn close.
And just like their previous match, SuperJymy off to a great start. Let's see if they can continue this up, Hugo. We see an AK on the field and Aerial Zori as well following suit. And the rest of them just picking up the SMGs. Going to be looking for that utility, building a little bit of economy here.
Yeah, and if I'm correct as well, it was their CT side that was weak earlier on Mirage. Their T side, they managed to get all the way to... No, am I wrong, or is it their CT side? I think I just whiffed that. I think they got 11-4 CT side, so completely ignore that. Don't worry. Good start either way. Again, this is a matchup you'd expect SuperJymy to win, right? Coming up against big underdog Stifmeister, coming through second place in Maine below Namiga. And while they're currently the only UK team in MDL, as Endpoint no longer part of it after getting relegated, Endpoint didn't have a too successful season either. So this is Stifmeister's chance really this season to prove the UK can compete at this level. Got a good roster. SuperJymy, another B play for them. Fast into the site. Smoke down from the CT side, but they can't stop it. It's a boost. Astro looks to find an angle on top of the smoke, and he'll get a kill. Tries to fall off, but a spray through the smoke once again. It is successful. Zori takes the kill, and Bomb can go down.
Oof. And another kill going down towards the end of Banana here from Cray. That was a big flank he was trying to develop. But now it's Zori taking down Dancy's. This round is all but over. Great round out of SuperJymy here. They can keep these 4 players alive. That is huge for them.
Yeah, build up some cash early into the game, especially on Inferno. I'm not very dependent on utility. Obviously, going to be easy for the T side. The CTs may struggle coming into their first buy in a couple of days' time, but Aerial losing an AK at bottom mid. That's a big bit of an issue, right? Because no one's there to trade. Link gets away with an AK. You can definitely take that into the next round and do some damage as well.
That was a huge kill for Link, because now, yeah, like you said, he's going to be able to take that into the next round, do some damage. He's going to be able to give his team a CZ. He also has a smoke grenade on him as well. So position Link towards that B bomb site, maybe, with that armor, smoke, and an AK, and get ready for some, ready for a show here, Hugo.
A show indeed. More Vegas Squadron buys for SuperJymy, lots of SMGs like we saw on Mirage as well. They do have a couple of AKs to fall back on, as they are aware that Link does have an AK here, so they've got to be careful. They don't want to throw away this round to just assault rifle. He is going to be alone on a bomb site, taking a big risk, but it allows for a quad stack on A. And if he can hold his own and get a couple of kills here, this could certainly change the tide of battle. SuperJymy fast up towards B again, looking to find another clean anti-eco. And Link, you may have to call for a rotation, but look at the CT's positions right now. They're so far away.
Yeah, unfortunately, it basically came down to when Link decides he's going to go, oh, he spots one through the gap in the smoke, but it basically came down to when he would decide to use his smoke. He used it a little bit too early, and now that he has 115 to defend this entire site.
Yeah, he's going to go huge right now. But look at the back off from SuperJymy. They'll fall back completely. One player left to create bait. That's Ounds. And everyone else running up mid. This could be good. This stacking pick could work out wonderfully for Stifmeister. SuperJymy, they have to check these corners. They start to dart towards the site. Arvid first in. He'll get a kill. Aerial to follow. But the triple pit stack only had one frag. That's so underwhelming. Stifmeister had it all going for themselves with the quad stack. But it's not going to result in too much.
Yeah, unfortunately, that was just the stack, the idea, the theory, the heart behind it was good. The execution, unfortunately, of that stack, We saw that missed kill opportunity as the first player entered the bomb site from SuperJymy, and that's what really opened it up for them. If, however, that first kill goes the way of the balcony player, well, that site guy stays alive. Now he's got the crossfire with the pick guys, and that's a completely different setup. Fortunately, the balcony guy missing his opportunity allows SuperJymy to take this round.
So 3 on the board, a good start. Looking to hold on to the AK for a bit longer. He's been spotted though. And when he gets a kill for his efforts, he's going to be hunted down. They do not want him to escape. They have the money to chase him. I think it's worth it, to be honest, right? Zori just takes a gun away, make sure he can't do damage in this upcoming buy round for Stifmeister, and buy round it shall be. AWP for Dancies, a player I definitely recommend you keep your eyes on with this AWP.
Well, the thing I was going to say in regards to that was the fact that they got the kill kept the majority of their players alive. That's good because, yeah, they still have 3 players above that 3K mark. They can still force buy up. If Link was able to take down 1 more, that's another person below that buy threshold if they lose this round. So that would have maybe netted them in the Nico. So that's why it got a little bit scary there.
Yeah, of course. You know, still running the UMP into this round as well shows they're not, you know, right out of the woods just yet. Luckily enough, Stifmeister don't have a lot of utility to work with in this round. We got smokes, but that's about it. 1 single molly on Cray, and he's the only man holding a kit. So right now, that UMP is still deadly against the lack of head armor. And a potential fast play up towards mid here for SuperJymy. Smoke's going to be set over. We have 3 players on this side of the map. Dancy's with the AWP as well. He's got to go big. Luckily, he'll get 1. Link as well following up with a couple of kills, and Cray just smoked off in the pit, hiding. They haven't even seen him yet, so he can surprise Arvid from behind. Good frag from him. Leaves Zori, who already wrapped Art. Maybe able to catch out a couple of kills here. Maybe catch Frey on the B site. But other than that, surely he won't be able to win this 1v4.
No, very hard pressed, especially being towards that area in the CT with Free. I can't believe their tags at the end. Free's about to go down regardless. Zori's going to get his plant down. That's going to be the money in the backs of SuperJymy here. So they are going to get that buy up next round regardless. But this 1-on-3 with the lack of utility on the back of Zori is what makes it very difficult for him.
Well, he gets aggressive, tries to get himself a free pick, but with 3 players coming from spawn, this is never going to be easy. They have to line up for him. There's 1, goes for another, but Astro shuts it down before it even begins. That was very important. If Astro goes down there, that round is suddenly a lot scarier. Even if Stifmeister get through in the 1v1, they want to bring as many guns as possible into this next round. Luckily, Astro will get the defuse and Link saves the AWP, so they get that over for Dancies.
That's what I was just about to bring up, was Link saving that off and being able to recover it. That is huge because they don't have the money to rebuy one right now. Their economy is not in that type of shape. So Link saving that right now saves them 4,700, 4,750 right there. And Stifmeister Gaming on the board here.
And shaky for both teams again. UMP on either side just shows the limitations on these 2 teams. Aon is more than happy to take that UMP once again, though, and SuperJymy nades up Banana, but countered from Stifmeister. They're not going to let them push up just yet. Heavy utility usage. I like that. They're just going for the SK setup, Stifmeister. Double mollies down, HE towards a tree to force out any player that was moved from the Molotov, and also throwing a deep smoke as well. If you want to take some Banana control, you want some presence down this side of the map, and they will. Counter flashes over from SuperJymy. They're looking to contest.
And that pushes Stifler right out of that banana area, right into SuperJymy's hands. 1 flashbang. All that utility Stifmeister used. And the banana still goes to SuperJymy before a minute 15.
Yeah, and now with the positions from Stifmeister on B, not only do they not have utility to hold off this play on either of the players, but they're passive in the site. The only issue with this is now they're going to have to essentially take the gunfight as SuperJymy walk onto the site. They will have no warning if these T's sneak into the B bomb site. Luckily enough for them, it seems to be an A play for the time being. But it's a dangerous setup from Stifmeister because it really does rely on them hitting the shots on B.
I think they're actually going to fake back to A. No, they are committing to this mid hit. And this might be bad. Look at Dancy's in the library now. No, it's a fake.
Oh, what are they doing? Completely out of position. Dancy's will be going back towards B, and that's a good cool play.
So he's going back to A. Oh, man.
No.
A little bit of indecisiveness there from the Stifler side means that, from the SuperJymy, or Stifler side means SuperJymmy's going to get that fight, that 2-on-5 they want at the B side.
And let's see if the shots are going to be hit. No, Stifmeister start to fall down. They lose both B players, and that's the issue. We're going full circle, Evan. Back to the issue of playing passive B, where even when you don't have utility. They had no information. That's why Dances wasn't sure about rotating to B, because Stifmeister are playing passive on the site. And again, that setup can work if maybe you're anti-eco and you're going to get the kills. But up against 5 rifles with SuperJymy running in, 2v5, like you said, they're not going to win that gunfight. And it will be the round for the T's. Bit of an awkward setup from Stifmeister, and some awkward rotations will allow this finish to get a 4th on the board.
Yeah, and this is very big for them. We're going to see the reset now into the Stifmeister side. They may armor up just because they did save 2 guns. They got to save regardless now going forward, so you might as well armor buy up right now. Maybe we'll even see Link or Dances drop a gun going forward. Maybe an ump goes on the field in MP9. But other than that, we're going to see a low buy coming from Stifmeister if they so do choose to do it.
Let's have a look how they approach this. 2,400 loss bonus next round. I mean, yeah, this is a real issue for Stifmeister. Not only do they only have the bare minimum, some have below that. Link and Astro on 14 and 1,600. That's not enough if they were to just eco this round. So a force buy would make sense here just due to that, but they're gonna commit with it. Yeah. They go with a full eco.
Yeah, and that's just because of the utility factor on a map like Inferno. Smoke grenades and Molotovs. Very crucial, more so than even having, an M4 sometimes. Oh, no.
No. Frey stands up into Dancy's AWP shot. I mean, the timing was terrible on the push up towards B, but really Dancy's, really Frey? Actually, not even Dancy's. Why are you standing up?
Yeah, why are you standing in front of your op? Like, what?
Oh.
All right, he gets one, he makes up for it, and the molly's going to go down as well.
He could shut down this whole push. He is flashed out though on the new box, and they think he's still towards dark. So Aerial, he may negate this position. He does. Dancy's missing the shot. Push out through the smoke to the cave, and he's not going to get it done. Needle Astro. It's all onto the relink, and I think at this point, save the gun. We already noted how he only had $1,600, and the fact that they ecoed that one means that they, they're going to buy up next round, which is a ballsy move. He needs to save. What a round from Stifmeister. You hate to see it.
You hate to see it, indeed. I mean, you did see Dancy's kind of recover there as he did pick up the entry on that execute. Moves to the try box, gets in really good positioning, and I want to say if he picks up that kill on the first initial terrorist moving into the site, that's a whole new ball game because you saw his teammate come through the smoke. That could have maybe got them another kill as well. Unfortunately, missing that kill from the try box area allows SuperJymy now to close up this round. 5-1 for them. As Stifmeister, I mean, they got to get something going. Look at their money here as well, Hugo. One more save on the board. We're going to see 6 rounds hit for SuperJymy.
See, that's the thing. That's why I'm confused, because I don't know why. In the previous round, they should have put some money into it. They should have got some PT50s. We were seeing, sole USPs. And if they're going to go for the double eco, you may as well put a bit of money into one of them.
Maybe an HE, maybe a P250. Yeah, I mean, a couple guys were actually at 1,400. So, yeah, I mean, in this sense, it makes no difference. You might as well do it last round when you guys had at least 2 guns on the field. You're right.
Yeah, it just surprises me, when they have the AWP and the rifle, you buy CZ armor around that instead of pulling in CZ armor now when you only have 1 rifle. It's a risky move. But, I mean, they've got the money to do it, or they will do at least with the loss bonus kicking into effect next round again. SuperJymy, they're looking good on the T side so far, confident. And Link again playing that arch position, waiting for the wrap, and has a fast rotation available if he needs to towards that B bomb site. But SuperJymy, they're pressuring A. They've taken mid control. We've got Area already pushed up with the smoke down on long. And I see a bit of a boost coming out on long as well from this rifle of Link.
They gotta do it quick here because that smoke's gonna be faded.
Ooh.
Doesn't even work here. Last person left, Cray in the site here as Astro's being taken down. And a 1-on-5 here at A.
Yeah, nothing's going to happen there. Fraser closed. Goodbye. SuperJymy, they'll take a very clean anti-eco. Not the round you'd expect Stifmeister to win, but no damage done, which is dangerous. As now we see the rifles coming in and the double AWP. Hopefully no team kills here. That's what I'm hoping for.
Certainly not. I mean, it does less damage than it did in the past of losing $3,300 on a TK. Now you only lose $300. So, I mean, it doesn't affect your economy as much, but oh boy, getting TKs back, 4 years ago, you might as well just shoot your economy around.
In crushing pro games, it's like all your money going, and it's like, oh, nothing I can do against that. Sometimes stuff happens, you can't always account for it. And hopefully Stifmeister can get himself another round on the board because it's been a long time coming. We've got passive up on B. At least we have the AWP playing for information. It means that Stifmeister can play more committed to the A side of the map. You can see we've got 3 players up on short instead of an arch player. And that's all because they have the info on B. Again, we've seen how these rotations have been a bit off for the UK team, so things need to change, and this is a good way to negate that. SuperJymy not playing too aggressive, just holding a standard default. As Ariel looks to take some control outside of the apartment, that's going to be the only aggression we really see so far.
It does look like SuperJymy now moving back towards that B side. They have to collect the bomb as well. We're going to see Arvid probably making a play for that any second. But I do like the fact that they're leaving Zori to just try and get any overextending, over-peaking CTs towards middle here as they do drift towards... Oh, no, they are going to opt to go back to A here.
Yeah, fakes and fakes for SuperJymy. They're going to walk on up. And again, Darcy's rotation. No, Darcy's! He's going to the wrong site. Second time this has happened, he's going to rotate in time. 20 seconds left. They know this should be an A play, or they at least are about to find out. Darcy's poised and wide with damage done. Cray will finish off the kill as well. More frags coming up from the UK side, but eventually traded by Boner with a big kill into the pit. Link luckily will keep the dream standing, and with only 6 seconds left, I'm not sure if there's a bomb plant.
He's got it. He's got it.
He's just got it in the nick of time. With a second left, Zori turns it into a 2-on-2.
Yeah, that's 2 rounds in a row now with the plant going down with very little time left. And with that smoke grenade growing up on the Moto side, you're going to see Stifler Gaming forced to retake now with Lane. And that's where it's going to get hard here as we have a nice crossfire between Unez and Zori.
Ooh, good tag with the AWP though. Astro's doing damage and Frey. He could finish off this kill. Needs to clear the site as well because Zori's posted pounds, getting both frags. That's enough to get the job done. 18 HP, 3 kills, and a 7th round on the board for the finish.
Yeah, 7-1, Hugo. Definitely off to the same start, a very similar start that we saw them on Mirage. However, I mean, T-side Inferno, you're up 7-1. Going on to your CT side, I hate to say it, I mean, Inferno is a little bit more balanced, but that CT side is going to be tremendously easy for you.
It is indeed. Worrying start to this game.
Nice nade. Never mind. Oof. Free, just getting out of there.
Sorry, my game's tabbed out. Take this from me, Evan.
No problem. And a BXQ coming in, but that pop flash gonna be blinding the Jimmy side as they're now moving into the B bomb side. Bona taking down Astro. And now that is the plant going down by Unez. Moving back around is going to be the CTs now as they rotate in Link with that armor. So look for him to try and get some exits here as we do see the post-plant situation start to develop.
Yeah, not a retakeable round, but definitely one, like you say, you can grab some kills, try and catch these T's as they leave the bomb site, and maybe upgrade that pistol to an AK. SuperJymy not looking too worried at the moment. They should be exiting together. Boner's going to take his time at the back of the bomb site, while 3 already pro banana. With only Cray there as well, it's a small amount of defense towards that bottom mid position, so he'll just wrap back towards second. Stifmeister. I mean, there's no real reason for a full save on a CZ. You may as well go for something here because with 3,400 lost bonus coming in. Okay, Link. All right.
Get your team some guns here as they will get 2. Are they going to grab that second one? No, they aren't. 1 AK recovered, so that's still good here.
Yeah, they get away with something, right?
Look at SuperJymy's money here. 10K, 12K, 9.4, 2 people above, at least above that 4 mark, you know, below the 5. But nonetheless, the SuperJymy side looking very nice here going to this late T-half.
And this has to be around Stifmeister pick up. They've got the double up in play. They've got everything they need, utility and kits. They can't allow this streak of T-side rounds to go on any longer because SuperJymy are smashing them. 9-1 is, well, 9-1 would be a worrying score to be off to on the CT side.
8-1's a worrying score.
Banana. Yeah, I mean, 8-1's scary enough, right? But Danzy's at least kick things off up in the apartments, drops Arvid, and takes a man advantage.
Now I like this from Dancy's here. He's moving to the arch side. Why? Because they know he was on the apartment side. They think he's big pit. Oh, but he needs that shot. Oh, that would have been a free second kill. He walked out in front of him there. And that's giving SuperJymy another opportunity now to recollect themselves.
Yeah, and recollect themselves a shall. They've been constantly rotating between these two bomb sites late round, so we may just see them fall back on B. However, with 4 players up on A right now, it seems to be committed for the time being, unless maybe they find a pick on a rotator. However, Stifmeister not playing aggressively at all. Astro sat back, and I think in this position we need him a bit more aggressively down Banana because his rotate is going to be so long. Frey has to step up, and he will. 2 kills. Going for 30 does damage, but he's traded.
Oh, wow.
Frey steps up with his own AWP, and the arm spotted in the library is enough for Zori to find the angle. But now it's that late rotation. Astro, full HP, up against the last player, and he finds a shot. Stifmeister, they get themselves around the board, but at what cost, Evan? 1 man surviving.
Yeah, 1 man surviving, that money just seeing itself out the door here. Anything they built up from that round win is about to just walk out and say goodbye to them here. But on the SuperJymy side, well, that money's here to stay. They're hanging out. They're buying up in full. Big round here. Are they able to reset Stifmeister and run away with the remainder of this half?
That would certainly do it. A reset here would set themselves up for success if they hadn't already. I mean, they could lose every round this half and still walk into the CT side confident, but I don't think that's going to happen. Good nade towards the top of Banana, forces Astro off the angle, and he'll have to go back to CT spawn. SuperJymy, they look to just go for a standard B execute here. All the players here. Nade for Frey. This could be really good, actually. It's a nice setup. Bit of damage onto Bona, but looked like he could have done more. With Astro still posted on this angle, if he can get a shot off before the CT smoke comes down, he can put Stifmeister in a good spot. Flash is going to force him away, though. And Frey, he's mollied out as well. This is such a good execute from SuperJymy. Will they land the shots? Yes, they will. Bona starts off.
Ooh, and the backhaul is going to be taken here, too, by Bona, who's made that presence. So Astro, he's got his work cut out for him on this retake now. He's got to worry. Ooh, but he is aiming up. And that's huge here as Bona's going to go down. A nice kill from Astro, and that begins the retake here for Stiff.
Yeah, certainly a doable one now. They may be questioning it, but with a frag coming through, they've got the possibility, even with the double AWP. As rifles wait, SuperJymy won't peek. Astro's not given the angle. He'll peek out wide. He knows there's a player new box, but instead it's Cray to grab the kill. So at least they're a man up, but traded and traded again. Link dead. Nice hold from Banana. The bomb's planted for these players as well. They've got such a good crossfire from the pool that I think Stifmeister have realized they've run out of time. 2 AWPs left in play, and they're probably going to walk away with none. Aerial. Big round from him. Survives with 2 HP as well. And SuperJymy, they found the reset. What is going on with Stifmeister right now? This is not the game they want to be playing.
Fortunately, I feel like they're just being outclassed right now. A lot of shots being missed by all the players on Stifmeister. There's not one player here that's, you know, playing out of his mind, and then the rest of them are just struggling to keep up. It's all the Stifmeister players here that need to actually pick up their game as a whole and find the pace that SuperJymy's found, because they are just having their way on T-side here.
That is certainly true. Stifmeister with CZs upon CZs. And SuperJymy up fast through mid. That's a lucky back off for Dances. He falls back from mid right as SuperJymy flash up. May have saved his own life there, but he doesn't know it. So he begins to wrap
double
out.
hauls aggro.
Yeah, pushing through the smoke. This is ballsy. It's not going to work out, but Dances is still in a good position in Boiler. Ariel's going to check it, though, and he'll be ready and waiting. 2 kills. Corey grabbing the second. And everyone's getting a frag this round, E-mode.
Man, the aggression from Stifmeister Gaming doesn't work. The passiveness doesn't work. This is a SuperJymy show, and we're all invited to watch.
Frey doesn't want to miss out on the party. He's got to join the team in the graveyard, it seems, as SuperJymy still hold on passive. Like they've still got the A site, and they're not taking it. They're trying to catch maybe a rotate, and Frey's actually playing very, very clever here to not rotate. With the bomb not going down, you know, a lot of players just push down mid at this point thinking, oh, it's surely A. But I mean, SuperJymy haven't planted. As far as he's aware, it could be either side. Very lucky on the timing. Owls doesn't spot him, but he sees the shadow. He sees the arm of the player. Still can't catch him off guard, though. It's a round for SuperJymy, 10-2. And pistols for Stifmeister. This is not the money you want 13 rounds into a game.
Exact same position SuperJymy was in on the Mirage match. I mean, at this point, is this going to be deja vu, Hugo? Are we going to see this twice in a row here, or is SuperJymy going to be able to carry over this T-side momentum and finish out their CT side tonight?
It's looking like it, right? They're on the T side right now, which is where they struggled on Mirage. So if they're doing so well on the T side, I dare to think what their CT is going to be like. We'll have to see. But again, there might not be a whole lot of rounds. Realistically, if this ends 13-2, right, and they pick up pistol, they could close this out before we see M4s in the hand of Stifmeister. Or sorry, AKs.
Have 4 people run through the smoke? Oh, this is not a top 5 idea.
Luckily, there's not many people there, so it might work out. Only Bone at the bottom. He'll get 1. How much more will he get? 7 HP. He's dead at the very least, but Allen's still here, so he looks far better. So anti-eco kills as well. Trades are good.
Oh no! If Ariel goes down, this could be very scary. Okay, Ariel decides to opt out. I think he heard Astro, and then he goes back for the kill after making the sound fake. Great job from Ariel.
Yeah, and Cray almost dies in the molly on Banana as well. Dancy certainly will. Arvid just decapitates him, and Cray with 15 HP. How much can he get done? Arvid's sneaking up. He knows he's there as well. You can tell. He can see the barrel of the rifle, and he'll take the frag. SuperJymy, 11 rounds. I honestly feel like I haven't seen enough buy rounds from Stifmeister. We haven't seen them win enough to actually have these M4s in their hands more than 3 or 4 times this half. Not been the most fun here for the UK side. This is where it's got to change. They've got to get themselves some rounds so they can move on to that second half and have a chance.
Yeah, I hate to say it, if SuperJymy hits 13 rounds on their T side, there's not much to say. And this aggression towards the middle may pay off here, but Bona and Zori putting a stop to that early, and now Unez chiming in with a kill of his own makes it a 2-on-4 situation for SuperJymy.
Confident as ever. Frey looking to catch an angle on the edge of the smoke, and he will. Bone is low as well. He needs to follow up here, but instead he takes down the high HP player. Arvid dead. Now means this round is so doable, and Cray will make it so. He takes down Ariel, leaving just the low HP player. Bona in a 1-on-2. He's got them split on separate sites, but Cray is holding the angle. He'll be ready.
NT. Big round for Stifmeister. Luckily, they don't have to worry about being reset going into this round. They can just force buy up. Unfortunately, only having 1 person or 2 people alive in that round win means not the greatest buy on the field here. I mean, they are going to have their 4 heavy rifles. They are going to have the utility, but 3 people missing Molotovs. And on Inferno, Molotovs are crucial.
I mean, rounds are crucial as well, and that's something else. That only 3 on the CT side. Double nade will do a hell of a lot of damage to Bona, but it's still not a kill. They need a pick to start things off. Luckily for them, though, Bona's actually going to walk towards the top of Banana. 27 HP, risky, but he wants to avoid the nades at the very least. So he just sits there and waits. SuperJymy, again, a slow-paced round. It's kind of been like, it seems like they've been getting picks and just kind of holding a default, and Stifmeister have been walking into these frags every single time. SuperJymy haven't even, like, planted the bomb half these rounds. Looking very, very strong. Smokes up towards A, no commitment for the time being. Stifmeister going for a bit of information. That's Link. He pushes up and gets a kill. Big frag. Can fall back off the back of that as well. And the Molotovs hold back SuperJymy, disallowing the trade.
Ooh, SuperJymy going back towards that B bomb stand. Look at this setup here from Frey and Astro. If 1 pop flash comes in, this could be it.
Need to step up here and now in the last round of the half. Astro close in the smoke. As long as they don't go for a blind shot like they did in the pistol round, he should be fine. They're waiting for the smoke to fade. 30 seconds left. They're not going to burst through it. They've got utility. They've got 2 smokes. 1 for CT spawn potentially. Flashes to follow. First smoke will be going in. Flashes in. Frey gets 1 kill. He doubles down and drops the bomb. And Astro runs in wild with the UMP, but he'll find nothing. Frey's got to step up even further because now he's alone. But rush through the smoke from Dancy's will find a 1-for-1 engagement. And Frey should be able to mop up this last kill to find the half.
Oh, the bomb. He's going for frags. Oh, this may work. Oh! Good effort, though, to realize that the bomb was too far away from him to grab and win the round, so he's just like, I'm going to frag out. Almost. I want to say if he had maybe another second to look back, that round was his.
Yeah, Link was 11 HP as well, so realistically, only 1 bullet needed to close out that round after that kill. Very close stuff, but Stifmeister starting things off at least, or, well, ending things. 4 rounds on the half. That means they have a buffer to fall back if they lose pistol, but at this point, I think they really need that W.
Pistol round W just started off. First gun round. Just like the other match against that SuperJymy had. The other team basically needs to claw their way all the way back. Do I think Stifmeister can do it here? Unfortunately, I think SuperJymy, once again, being a team established in MDL has the advantage going on to the CT side to close it out. But we've already seen them miss that chance once before here, Hugo.
We have indeed. That was a Mirage if you didn't watch it earlier. Unity, mix of Tempo Storm, Swedish lineup, and a couple of ex-North Academy players. They managed to pull a comeback with a similar scoreline on the half. And will Stifmeister be able to repeat it? Very possible, but it's going to be a hard comeback. Nade up, Banana, Astro, getting revenge from the previous pistol round will drop bonus straight away. And Stifmeister running up towards B will actually slow things down. They allow SuperJymy to go for the full rotate. They actually move Aerial back in, but they reconsider. So SuperJymy keep 3 on A for the time being, and Stifmeister fall back off Banana. What do you make of this?
It's a good default. I really like this from Stifmeister, realizing that now with that first kill, SuperJymy is at odd ends right now. They don't know where to really put this stack, this CT stack right now. And you're seeing this division, this 2-2, with the A guys even being isolated right now, with one towards Moto and one towards Halls. So this is a great effort by Stifmeister to just slow it down and just recollect themselves.
Yeah, again with a 2-2, right? They get to walk into A and maybe even get it, easier than they would usually. Unfortunately, though, there's a rotate. Alms is coming back towards A. Smoke up towards the arch as well, and they're going to start to run their way through library. Frey, he spots Arvid in the apartment, so he can take him down as well. One player left in the pit. He's going to be the last line of defense. Already a kill called out in the library, and Zori focused on the site, so he can't take down the Apps player. Good flank from Frey. Good round from Stifmeister. I don't think Aerial has a way back in.
Oh, God, no.
Trying to put it lightly.
He's going to need a miracle here in this round to win this 1-on-5. The great post-plant positioning here from the Stifmeister gaming side. And there it is. Aerial being taken down 11-5 to start this T-side half for Stifmeister. Can they bring it all the way back?
Big comeback needed, but this is the map to do it. Double Mac 10, triple AK. Safe buy for Stifmeister. I like it. They don't go too crazy on UMPs like SuperJymy did. We do have pistols up for the finish side, and we saw bonus Deagle earlier. Luckily, he has a Caesar 75 instead, so no more shenanigans. 3 up on B for SuperJymy as well. We don't have too much control towards mid for the CT side. We've got one player in Boiler, and just Aerial spotting mid with the smoke out. Second, he sees a push, drop a smoke, run back, try and play passive with that Deagle. CZ, sorry. Oh, Boner. Tagged up in the apartment's got to fall off. And Stifmeister, they're just holding on to middle for the time being. Don't want to give away these rifles to any aggressive CT players. Wait out the early smokes thrown down by the CT side and then go for a commitment.
Yeah, but here's where it gets tricky. We're hitting that minute mark. Bona's about to re-smoke the middle and make it very difficult for Stifmeister to take that mid-control here, as we do see Unez now moving in as well for that stack. The whole time, we have Zori out boosted towards the B, ready for that early info call.
Time ticking away, and while 50 seconds still remain, Stifmeister have got to make a move sooner or later. This is not a round you want to lose with time. SuperJymy only have pistols. Stifmeister got to make a play soon. Smokes up. Dink from Alms. That's a lot of damage. Won't take the kill though. As Stifmeister still keep 5 alive, they need to hit this site now. 30 seconds and 4 players to deal with. Arvid's up in the apartments firstly to deal with. And Astro's just going to charge into the site, dead to Arvid. Bone is still here as well, and he gets a dink. And while Link can pick up 2 kills, they haven't checked the corner. And Aerial and the bomb. No way he gets a reload in time, and he doesn't. Frey shots him down, leaving just Zori. But with Link low, this may be an opportunity back in. It's not. Stifmeister take him, and it gets close.
Great effort there by SuperJymy. Nonetheless, a successful eco round, taking down 3 guns. That's going to burn into that economy of Stifmeister. Moving into this gun round, or eco round, I should say. If they're able to recover, pick up 3 kills here, maybe even 2. Still very successful on their end. Let's see if SuperJymy is able to do it.
Money time for Stifmeister. 5-man B stack. And the T's just probing areas of the map. I like this control towards apartment, sending 2 players just quick, clear out all the close areas, get some map control, hold on to this, and wait for SuperJymy to potentially retake it later in the round. They've just got to be careful with these 2 B players. Luckily enough, they're only Mac 10, so if they do get rushed by SuperJymy, it's not going to be a huge loss. They're playing slow at the very least.
Yeah, Aerial is moving over towards that A side just to get a little bit of info, make them make them think, you know, maybe there's a little bit of a stack if they do make contact with him towards the arch side. But nonetheless, SuperJymy holding true on that B site. Oh, Astro just made the call that A is clear, and we are going to see the players falling off now as that bomb is moving back in.
50 seconds are plenty of time, and SuperJymy haven't even pulled anyone off of this site apart from Aerial. He's dueling in the CT spawn with Astro right now, but the bomb's down, and that round is over. It's all about making money now for Stifmeister. Send in the horde of MAC-10s, keep the rifles to defend the bomb site, make some money, and they will do so. Astro first kill. And SuperJymy, now they're just looking to hold on to the bomb site. They essentially just want to get away with these default pistols. They don't want to give any MAC-10 money to Stifmeister, but they've not been given a choice. One frag comes in from Zori. That will be it. It's going to be a fairly clean round for Stifmeister.
Yeah, very good eco round, only losing one person. The majority of kills going towards those SMGs, so that's going to be a little bit of a boost to their economy. This first gun round coming up is massive, though. Are SuperJymy able to pick it up? Are they able to pick it up with the majority of their players alive? And can they string the second round together here?
Big round. MAC-10 can still be useful as well against a lackluster head armor or even armor on Zori. So that's got to be something you watch out for. Cray towards the top of mid. Not trying to. Molly goes in. We've already got to rotate off of B. Ounds is going to be falling back towards that A side, leaving just Arvid here. This is a dangerous position. He's playing anti-flash on his own. It's a risk. He's got to smoke at least, but we've already got to rush up A. They burst through apartments. Frey again. He's been a nuisance up in the apartment so far this half, and he's continuing that. Finds the opening kill, and everyone just balls out onto the A site, taking it easily. Arvid's nowhere near the action. He's got to save, or at least get exits.
And it's starting to look reminiscent of our previous match here with SuperJymy. Stifmeister clawing their way into this game very slowly.
Ooh, Arvid. He's going to get flanked. He's dead. Link takes a kill on Stifmeister. Hell, they're starting to come back. We said it wasn't realistic, but it's certainly proving to be a possibility right now in Inferno. SuperJymy lost a comeback earlier with an 11-4 half. Actually, I think it was 12-3, but
yeah, it was a pretty big lead that they let slip away from them here, and almost looking like this may happen again as Stifmeister poised for their 9th round here, as we see SuperJymy on that eco once again. Hugo.
Yeah, triple nades up for SuperJymy towards B. All going to go in deep. Could be good with some Molotovs as well, but there's no one even in there. And yeah, I like Stifmeister, how they're playing this anti-eco, right? They know there's a potential of nades. They don't want to take early banana control. If you're not going to rush B and you have that AWP, you can just set them up to watch mid, to watch B, to make sure that SuperJymy don't throw in any aggression. And they get there and they get the first kill. So not overextending, not going down to the nades, knowing that they are coming into this matchup as the underdog, so they've got to play things safe. Now they look towards the A bomb site. Astro is going to be leading the charge. 3 players here. We have a similar stack to what Stifmeister ran on their CT side. A heavy pit control round with players up on balcony. Astro gets spotted. Now he knows there's one up on the balcony. He can at least get rid of him as he wraps through the apartments. Player is low. Boner wallbangable, in fact. We never see people wallbang. But he doesn't need to. Gets a free kill. Spots the site as well. They've just got to check pit.
Unez now about to get shot in the back from this wrap any second, and there it is. Can Aerial maybe get one? Not even that, as Astro is going to be able to take him down. All up to Arvid now as he moves down towards that fight with Dancy's that banana.
And goodbye to Arvid. 9 rounds up for the UK side. They take it flawlessly on the Antica. Very important. As now we see the buy coming through. Actually, going to see a pause. I can only imagine a tactical for SuperJymy at this point. They left, I think, the tacticals a little bit too late on Mirage when they were getting come back. I remember they only paused at 11-11 or 12-12, and that's far too late. If you're losing 3 gun rounds, you should be calling a pause. That's too many gun rounds to be losing. I'm surprised Stifmeister didn't call any themselves. They have the coach. They have Neil, not Neil M. I think he's in the chat. Neil Zinho. So business is definitely occurring somewhere. Pause for SuperJymy to work out how they want to approach this round.
I feel like at this point, creating that early banana presence, playing that passively at A, nobody looking for those early kills, because at the end of the day, I feel like SuperJymy does have more individual talented players on their team. So you might as well play a passive setup, get into those situations where you can get the one easy kill and maybe even a multi-kill round because of that individual talent that you bring to the table. However, right now, SuperJymy playing a little bit too aggressive, a little too individual, is giving Stifmeister the opportunity to not only flash peek individual players, but also just straight up win those one-on-one.
Ooh, peek down mid from Arvid. Thought he was going to go aggressive, but instead just throws in a deep HE. It won't catch much. Stifmeister take banana control. York for Dancy's posted up there, exactly waiting. Zori's on the other side. He'll peek to his own death. That's the York of the CT side gone. So Ounds, he's got to be very careful because now he's alone on B and long way away from rotation. If Arvid wants to fall off back, someone's going to need to take his position on Arch, or at least be aware that they could wrap CT. Stifmeister slowed down once again, and that seems to be a common thing. Every time we see Stifmeister get an early pick, they just slow down. They never seem to execute off the back of it.
And that's exactly what you need now, because look at Arvid. He's been moving back and forth between CT and Banana for the last 10 seconds, and that's where you want your CTs. You want them feeling nervous. You want them feeling like they got to guess at this point.
Let's see if Aunas, who's picked up the...
Oh my gosh.
Step up. They're all going to line up. If only he went for the shot, but instead he takes down Link. That's worth it. Now he's going to call for help. Arvid's moving back in, but Stifmeister, they're reconsidering. They've not thrown the smokes just yet. They're slowing down as they get counterflashed.
That shot, that entry kill actually for Unas was made possible by a flubbed Molotov.
Oh, Arvid. Good shot as well. Takes down Astro. Owens is still stuck towards the back of Coffins, but he's got the AWP to play with. In a 3-on-3, he doesn't need to make a big play. He can wait for his team to rotate through and they can go for a retake. Dancy gets on top of the site. He's going to get a good angle to take down Boner, but dead to Coffins. No one's watching his back. Big mistake from Stifmeister, and they'll pay a price. As now we're into a 2-on-2. No utility left to hold off these CTs. They've got to find a frag quick. Owens comes in with the AWP, and Cray holding the wrong angle. It's all onto Frey here in the pool. They might not expect this position, but as soon as they do, they have two players trained and ready to take him down. He waits. He'll hear the footsteps. They jump in, but he only gets one. Some big mistakes in the post plant for Stifmeister. Well, they took the site with good work. They'll get no further.
But unfortunately for SuperJymy, once again, only keeping one person alive in this scenario. They lose the next round. Back to that eco situation. Stifmeister hits double digits as well. SuperJymy goes onto that eco. I mean, yeah, it's going to be reminiscent of that first game on Mirage. SuperJymy not able to close it out on their second half. It's sad to see. The first half, the first game it was on their T side, and now moving to Inferno, it seems like their CT side is struggling. So it's interesting. I feel like maybe it's just a team dynamic when they're up by this lead.
Fast banana control from SuperJymy. A deep smoke allows the push. And Arvid's already down there, but he's going to hear an AWP shot rattle on back. Stifmeister know that SuperJymy have banana control. Going to slow down here on the CT side. No more aggression. They have the utility for it somewhat. Got to be careful because Arvid's out of smokes and he's rotated. Leaving just Aunas. Unlikely to see early round aggression when you have a solo B player. Maybe if it's late and you think it's going to be an A play, you'll throw a deep smoke and sit close because then you have the ability to catch Stifmeister if they rotate back up towards B. But not early round. You wouldn't do it because Stifmeister are definitely going to be holding on to the bottom of Banana for the time being. With the amount of utility being thrown over the A site by Astro right now, they may be committing towards this side of the map. It seems to be the case.
Yeah, with only 50 seconds left on the board, too, the utility look in the SuperJymy side is looking very, very nice. As Bona with that Molotov smoke for that lane hit, as well as towards the B, you have Unes with the Molotov smoke as well.
30 seconds left. They've got to get a kill here. They've got to be quick as well. With 4 players stacked up, I don't see SuperJymy losing this unless we see some massive mistakes made. They've just got to hit their shots. Arvid in the pit waiting. Link is ready to push out of the apartments. Oh, there's Astro dead. That's bomb down as well. Big kill from Arvid. Area will follow up with 2 from the site. And Zara even pops off a couple of AWP shots. Stifmeister, bit of an awkward round.
Yeah, I mean, they got all the way up lane. Unfortunately, they went off one flash. The one flash that they were trying to go off of was a pretty basic flash that actually didn't get anybody. That allows them to now move into the site. I mean, SuperJymy now to defend this site, I mean, 100%. Nobody's crosshair placements off. They just simply get their kills. A couple of them go down. But all in all, it's a successful round with 3 people staying alive.
Now back up to Banana for Stifmeister. We haven't seen a lot of early control towards position. They kind of just been holding up onto bottom mid. This time they're going to charge on in, and Frey will get naded. They get some control early on. Molotov's going to be dangerous, but they have the smokes to put them out. SuperJymy, 2 players backing off already. They don't want to contend with 5 players running up banana from the UK side. SuperJymy are still quite comfortable with this scoreline. 13-9, they're picking up the last 2. At least they didn't get reset. But there's still an opportunity for Stifmeister to win. However, it must be now. Now or next round, really, are their only opportunities. If they lose pretty much this round, their money's going to be in a tough spot. Luckily, they have a bit of loss bonus and maybe bomb plant money to help out.
But no utility on the B side here as Arvid, only that smoke grenade now with under a minute left. So he's going to drop that now. But nonetheless, when that execute comes in, I hate to say it, we don't have SuperJymy in the best position, especially if Unez doesn't get one here.
Yeah, it's again similar to how Stifmeister ran one of their B setups, kind of passive. At least we've got Unez in a more so aggressive position, but he'll fall down. So this is actually the exact setup that Stifmeister ran, and they lost this round. So let's see if SuperJymy can actually hold it, or will they have the same error? Arvid 1 kill. Alan is 1 kill as well. He does damage, but luckily Dances will swing back in with another frag.
That's a lot of damage he did, indeed.
Yeah. I could hold off Stifmeister from continuing in this round, as SuperJymy can certainly retake this.
They have the nades, they have the Molotovs. If we could get a Molotov into maybe water, into that back tri-box, easy kills.
Well, there's a first. Aerial lands it. 1 player close phrase there with 2 HP, but Aerial flicks. He's going for 1 more. Link is alone on banana, and he'll grab 1 kill. But Zori's posted with the OP. Can't get to this.
Oh, wow.
No, shots missed. They're on the bomb. Bone is going to run for it, and Zori will hit the shot. It's SuperJymy to take it, but very, very close. Time came low there.
Great retake, though, all in all. Waiting for the team, 3-man retake. At the end of the day, retaking Banana, one of the harder sites to retake, just because of the fact that at the end of the day, when you come through that water area, you have to not only check left, but you have to check right. Yeah. We almost see a little bit of life from Link there, as he does pick up that first kill, but it's not enough. SuperJymy clutching that out in the 2v1 scenario, but the money is scary. SuperJymy now sitting in a situation where 1 gun round allows Stifmeister to send them onto an eco. So Stifmeister's still in this, even though the scoreline might be a huge difference. They're still very much in this if they can sell SuperJymy onto that eco. Send.
Yeah, and it'd more likely be an eco as well. We haven't seen a lot of force buys or kind of crazy investments in SuperJymy. They've kind of been playing the economy very natural. So if Stifmeister win this, I don't think we see a force, even though the scoreline's quite good. I think SuperJymy just go for the full eco, try and build up some money in a couple of rounds, get that buy together and close the game if they can. But yeah, no, this is certainly a lot closer than the score dictates, as you say. But with the last 3 rounds in a row going the way of the finish, Stifmeister are going to need to throw in some kind of new execute, something to catch off these CTs. Otherwise, I don't know, this game could be close to being over.
And that attack pause should be coming to an end any second here, as we will see this game going into its final few rounds, going into the 10th round of the second half here, round 25. Am I right? Am I right on that? Round 25? If you had 15 plus 10, it goes to 25. Yeah, right. Quick math.
Maths on stream, always a bad idea. But
hey,
we are here. Stifmeister, they put up a better scoreline than I thought. I thought SuperJymy would actually be a lot more strong, but the comeback has been good from Stifmeister on this T side. Where you kind of expect it from UK teams, maybe struggling a little bit more on the CT side. Something we do see at least.
No nades once again to go to the late round at B. I mean, it worked last time. Will it work again this time? We see Arvid and Unez with the flash each. The A guys, they do have the 2 Molotovs. They're set to go. But over at B, this is going to be a hard hold here, given that, I mean, what do you have to delay the terrorists? 2 flashbangs? Good luck.
Flash up into the apps. Link taking control, but they still hold banana, and that's going to be what's most dear to Stifmeister, as you say, with the utility being down on SuperJymy. But Stifmeister's still holding this default. At the moment, I'm not sure where exactly they're hitting. I think they're just waiting for a pick to see if they can get some chance into a site. Link going to look to take short control. Flash out of Boiler. And he gets at least short. But with the bomb backing off towards lower mid, maybe committing to some kind of B play. Seems like at this point even Stifmeister aren't sure.
Only 30 seconds left too, so they better be deciding quick here. 2 people over towards that B, pulling off maybe a fake right now as they do head back towards that A site for the execute.
Yeah, and no smokes thrown on B for a fake as well. So somehow 2 players are still here, but I would expect the rotation to come in pretty quickly. 20 seconds, and that first AWP shot may have shut this round down. Molotov to hold these T's back even further. Aerial needs to die here from his balcony position. It's so lethal. He gets 1, they line up for 2, and Astro is the only man to trade, but it's too little, too late. SuperJymy 15 rounds.
And there it is, moving on to match point. SuperJymy not looking for the same type of ending they had on Mirage. Confident A-hold there, great crossfire. Zori even forcing, or sorry, yes, that was Zori, towards the arch side, forcing through that moto smoke to allow himself to get involved in that lane hit and help his teammates out. Great job out of SuperJymy. And on to this final round, I feel like they're going to be able to close it out here.
4 in a row, trying to make it 5. Stifmeister with a CZ and AKs to throw together. We've not seen any fast B plays from these Ts, and to be honest, that does surprise me. SuperJymy have been wasting utility very early on into this this B site, so if they continue to do so, Stifmeister should definitely throw in a fast B. However, they've got to win this round if they want to try that next, because it's a quick A play, all through middle. Only Link up in the apartments, and this is a position that Frey's done damage from, but Link needs to replicate that. As they still haven't wrapped A just yet, they're up to Archway, and SuperJymy have given up control of it. Instead, they'll push short to try and counter it. Cray not able to get the kill, but Frey is instead. Aerial, who's been having huge impact from this pit and balcony position, is now going to be left with a huge job ahead of him. Flash out there, all blind. He could line him up, but he does. 1 kill, a quick headshot onto Cray, but still more players bursting out the apartments. Luckily, Zori's there to shut it down. Frey as well, and Aerial just lining up players here. More and more damage. He won't clean up the frags, and suddenly Astro's brought them back in this. It's down to Wildvid in a 1v2. Bomb down, both players on the site, but Astro's walked away. So,
ooh, he can use this smoke.
Yeah. Oh, he gets spotted. Dancy sees the head over the top of the box. And Astro comes in for support, but Arvid expects it. Doesn't matter. Dancy's is quicker on the trigger. Nice round for Stifmeister, but it gets so close.
Yeah, I really like that from Arvid. They're making this play around the smoke, taking advantage of it. Knows the ops in sight, so he's looking for the other terrorist. Finds him in lane, but Dancy's. Great patience, great aim, great focus to close out the round. And SuperJymy on that save to allow Stifmeister to maybe get their 11th round and get a little bit closer to that overtime point.
Yeah, not a lot of weaponry at all for SuperJymy. Utility's got to be brought up. They want to try and get some nade damage off Banana early, but again, we've talked about how Stifmeister have been so reluctant to put anyone into early Banana, not wanting to get mollied out of position. It's so common. Double laps play. Astro going to walk right into this. We're not seeing this just yet. It's going to catch him off guard. There's one. Reload has to come in, so Frey lines them both up and gets both headshots. Quick into the A site, he'll find himself the 3rd, and with 9 HP remaining, he's taken the bomb site for himself.
Fairly simplistic round out of Stifmeister here, but I mean, at the end of the day, backs against the walls. Is it going to be too little, too late? Ooh.
Trade comes in at least. Zori's dead, so doesn't get away with that gun. But Alms is still here close, and he could easily wait for these guys to exit the site. Instead, he's going to get a bit too aggressive, and Dancy's will drop him. Nice shot as well with the AWP. 11 HP remaining on that man. And one thing I've noticed as well is from Stifmeister is the kill disparity from the top to the bottom is really small. We've got 19 on Frey and Dancy's, and then we've got 15 on Astro and Cray, 18 on Link. You know, they're all putting up numbers. No one is necessarily performing badly here.
Yeah, and when you look at the SuperJymy side, I mean, you have 2 guys sitting on 25 kills, and then the lowest player here sitting on 10. A little bit of disparity in there as Zori getting taken down now, and that's not the start you want for a round like this. Big buy round that you need to win to keep off this eco. Well, to even win the match at this point. You're trying to stay off these eco.
And when you're into the kind of like 15, 11, 15, 12 marks, right, you only have a couple of buys left. You have 5 rounds, but you don't have 5 buy rounds. So SuperJymy are running out of opportunities, and this is one of the few they have left. W and P, at least one of them upgraded after the death of Zori. The AWP thrown over to Bona. But still, lethal as ever. And Stifmeister, they're going to walk up to the edge of apartments looking to burst his bomb site. This could be something to catch off SuperJymy. Aerial's fully blind. That's a great pop flash. Boner will make up for it, though. How much more can he get done from the pit? Misses the second flick, but Alnis finds one in the meantime. And with damage done, this is actually a really good round for SuperJymy. Maybe we need to see a rotation, run back towards the other side of the map. Arvid is there, but that will surely force this B push.
Did not need to push up there. After everything started quelling down towards that site, he should have held true, held strong, and now Dancy's with the aggressive construction, taking down Unez, cements the round almost in that Stifmeister favor to get their 12th round, send Jimmy back onto that eco, and get Stifmeister that much closer to the overtime.
Lovely rotation from Stifmeister, but again, as you say, the mistakes to push Banana on the side of SuperJymy. Yeah, the save will have to come through. Orp taken for a rainy day and 12 rounds up on the UK side. They're looking to bring this to OT. No draws here. Stifmeister definitely impressing us on this T side. It's surprising how SuperJymy can't close out games. No matter if they get a stomp on their first, on their T side or their CT side, they can't seem to close out their matches today. And this is one on paper that they definitely should be, right? UK team coming in from Maine in second place, one of the biggest underdogs in this entire season.
Yeah, I feel like that's almost towards SuperJymy's dismay. Maybe this is an ongoing issue with their team because they do have raw talent. In regards to what you see, I mean, Bona, Ariel, Unez, all these guys, they're great players. But when they're not able to close out these rounds, it almost feels like this is what has been plaguing them throughout most of their MDL tenure.
Ooh, that is a dirty shot. Frey dead. What can you do about that one? Already kicking off to a good start. But again, it's only one AWP in hands of SuperJymy. Everything else is pistols. So yeah, that gun's dropped, but it's so deep down mid that SuperJymy can't pick it back up. It's not over yet for Stifmeister. It should still be their round unless that AWP has massive impact.
This aggressive B may actually work as Unez is baiting for Arvid right now. If Unez can maybe just shoot, yep, that's exactly what happened. But it's not enough here. Craig getting that early kill. That's going to give them banana control here. Is Bona still towards A with this op? They aren't going to rotate over.
I don't think Aldous can get too much done here if Stifmeister do commit. They've been very reluctant to go B, so for the fact that they're all stacked up banana makes me think they're definitely going to hit the site at this point. Smoke goes over towards Coffins. That will render Aldous useless. He tries to block it, but
nice
do too much. They're still going to get into the site. Actually, it will move the smoke considerably forwards. That is quite annoying. He'll get a little gap on the edge, but he only finds one. Damage onto Dancy is not going to be enough. CZ reigns supreme, but still, SuperJymy can give this a turn. 3v3, he can do some damage.
Oh, great little block there from Unez on the smoke. Gets himself a kill because of it. Good effort.
May have helped him out, but I still don't think this is a round to win for SuperJymy.
No. And that Molotov coming into the construction, delaying the CTs even more, Hugo. About cements that fact.
It's all about damage. Owen's still holding off to Dancy. He does not want this AWP to go into another round. It's been an issue these last few. He holds off the angle. Cray will get a kill. That will relinquish some of the control that the CTs have in the site left. And Cray, another great shot. No name to be spammed. He's hitting headshots. 3 kills for Cray. 13 rounds for Stifmeister. Comeback is happening.
They're able to recover the op, which is huge. Once again, a gun that they would not have been able to buy without having to save. They would have been able to buy it, yes, a couple guys at 5.4, a couple guys at 5.5, but the utility coinciding with the op is what makes saving that so crucial.
Let's see if they can go the full distance to 30 rounds. SuperJymy are thanking themselves that they managed to pick up 15 because overtime at least gives them a second chance here. This is a game they should have closed out early into the second half, I'd say, with the scoreline we went through. 11-4 if you missed it on their T side. On Inferno as well, of all maps, 11-4 T side is a very strong half. SuperJymy definitely having issues today. Stifmeister early banana control this time. Bit of a change of things. They don't put any pressure up towards the apartments. Link just holds off on the rotation. But SuperJymy, no one wants to be that man to make the mistake. No one wants to give away that first kill to Stifmeister that could allow your team to fall apart and lose this round. So instead of fighting the CT spawn, Alnis will wrap towards the coffin and join Arvid on the bomb site.
Yeah.
Stifmeister still looking like they want to commit.
Ooh, this is bold. The aggressive play towards that banana. This execute's about to roll in at any moment here. But I do like the fact that they have one guy committed, one guy playing passively. This is allowing them to not only get the entry frag, but maybe Unez gets a frag or two through a smoke. But now they are opting to play a double up setup. This is where it gets scary here.
Boost coming in, has to be well timed though. They're about to push. Alnis falls back, he's fully blind, has to get behind the new box, but he can't. He's so blind. Luckily, Arvid's there, and he gets so much damage.
Oh!
The Molotov! 2 kills as it burns Danzies and Link alive. The bomb needs to go down as they're simply running out of time. 15 seconds. Cray will commit to the plant, and Frey will cover his back, but it's still a 2v3 post-plant. One Molotov is all that they have to hold off this push back in for SuperJymy. And with an AWP as well posted from Zori, no one can even peek from this box position. SuperJymy start to work their way up, but there's a player on coffins. That's Cray getting aggressive. Molotov going over, set up from Boner, and it could be well timed. Cray's going to push this. If he can find a frag here, he can turn the tide of battle. Frey's also not peeking here. Now SuperJymy, they're all coming in through the middle area instead of going back round through coffins. Frey peeks, 1 kill from Cray. Zori finds the old shot, and Cray spraying away 2. He finds all 3. God. He'll save the round and keep Stifmeister in the game.
Oh no. Oh no, Hugo. Oh no.
What a big round.
What a great effort there from Cray. 1v1 in the end there. And I mean, Zori should have had that trade. He pulled out his weapon. I think he even had like a little quick switch jumble where he switched back and forth between his knife and his P250. And that got him killed in the end. Stifmeister on that tie point right now, and they've earned it. They fought their way back into this half.
Yeah, 100%. This was looking over after the 11-4 T-side to SuperJymy, but not giving up. This is good so far. They've just got one more round to close so we can see overtime. SuperJymy not the best of buys, triple UMP. Lacking on the weaponry, but at least they made up for it in the utility.
Oh my god.
Early. Dancy's going to shut down Zori already up on B. That AWP is gone. Oh, I don't think he knows that Arvid's here. That's the only difficulty.
Oh no.
Oh, they check it though. They'll find the kill. So you will get damaged, but 2 for the price of none. That's a really good deal right now for Stifmeister. They're going to run back up towards the A bomb site and get another frag. They're just training back and forth. Luckily, Ariel will drop down. He gets himself some weapons to work with as well. Can upgrade from that UMP. So now this is all thrown into question. Cray follows up with another frag onto the rotation, but Ariel is still alive and standing with the bomb.
He has to get a 1v3 clutch ace to finish this up.
I don't know if it's going to happen. They're double pushing apps right now. They'd have to line up. One player's low. He takes it and he spots a second as well. Back to Dancy's, and Dancy's goes down. Ariel might just do this. It's all on Frey. And with 25 seconds left, Frey, he has no idea that Ariel's fallen back. He can't waste too much time. He grabs a bomb. He backs off. Ariel's here. He's ready and waiting.
Oh, no way.
Not like this. Frey is only 8 points ahead. He's done it. The ace clutch 1v3.